Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new vlog. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload all kind of book content, and if you're not new here then welcome back. Okay, I'm excited to start this one. I'm a little bit tired. If you can hear the fan in the background, it's extremely hot outside. It's like we're back in the heat wave, so just try to stay cool. However, if you haven't got by the title for this video, we are reading predicted 5-star reads to see if they're actually going to be 5 stars. So books that I think are going to be 5 stars. So I have a list of books that I think, some books that I think are going to be 5 stars. I've got a few others that probably could be, but these are the ones I have high on my radar to be 5 stars. And I'm going to see if a couple of them are going to actually be 5 stars, because I would like to see if my predictions are right. So I'm going to go through my list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It by Brooke Averick. We've got The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. We've got Blue Devil Woman by Sloane Fletcher. We've got Fighting Chance by Mads Rafferty. We've got Into the Blue by Emma Brody. We've got Hat Trick by, what's her name? Chelsea Curto. And then we have got Game Changer, which is by Rachel Reed, which is the first book in the Heated Rivalry series. I'm not sure if that one would be 5 stars. I think Heated Rivalry might be 5 stars. But in order to get to that one, I want to read the first one. So, however, I'm not sure what I'm going to pick up after this one. So that's kind of my list of ones to go from. I might add to it during the week, so you might see more. You might see different ones to what I've said. But the first one I'm going to be reading for this video is a book I'm so excited to read, and it is Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I'm just so excited to read it. I feel like I can't speak so much because I am genuinely sitting here extremely hot, like sweating hot, but I'm excited to pick this book up for the first book of this video. Okay, first of all, tell me why I've chosen to wear black on a day where it's like 30 something degrees. Like, we all know black absorbs heat, and I've just had to walk home in it, but hello, anyway, hey ho. It is the next day after I started this video. My intro, I think, is very kind of blunt and out there, but whatever, it is what it is. However, I have 2 things to talk about. First of all, I have added another book to this list. I told you it might not stick to the list I have, but I wanted to do an audiobook, because sometimes at work, if it's a little bit quieter on the phones, I like to sit in an audiobook in, and yes, I could continue Harry Potter, and I could continue my reread of the X-Files, but I was like, you know what, let's find an audiobook that I can incorporate into this video. So I picked up, where is my phone, because then I can find out, I was trying to think of an author who I've given 5 stars to before, but haven't read many of her books, and I found the perfect one, and that is Ashley Poston. I read 7 Year Slip in 2025, beginning of 2025. It was my first 5 star of 2025. And I was like, you know what? Why not look at one of her other ones? I was looking at Someday Garden because I know that just came out. And I was like, because I only have 12 hours of Spotify listening hours. But I have that's 17 hours on audiobook. So I chose one I knew would fit in with the time I had left on Spotify. So my eyes are really itchy. So I chose, it was between The Someday Garden and Sounds Like Love, because there was the novel Love Story or Dead Romantics, which I do need to read at some point because that's like the OG. I have a novel Love Story on my TBR, and I just know that I was like, I'd rather read that one physically, because I have high hopes for that one. Like, that is a predicted 5-star read, so maybe we'll get 2 Ashley Poston reads in this video, I don't know. But I just felt like, I read the synopsis for this and was like, this kind of feels like a bit of me. And it's quite funny because there is singing in this video, in this audiobook, but I have my audiobook on like 1.7 speed, so hearing them sing the songs, and it goes, oh, my order's on the way. So I chose Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I think this was last year's release. So I'll read you the blurb on here. It says, Joni Lark wants to create the melodies that get stuck in your head and your heart. Her hometown has given her surf, sand and inspiration, but when her parents decide to close the family music venue, Joni's life begins to fall off key. She couldn't possibly write another song until a melody comes to her, half-formed and with an imagined voice that she can't forget. But when the very real, very aggravating man behind the voice shows up in Vienna Shores, Joni can no longer deny their inexplicable telepathic connection. To get out of each other's heads, they'll have to finish the song, haunting them both. But there's just one problem. They can't agree on anything, and if they don't change their tune, it might just end in heartbreak first. And it's perfect for fans of Grumpy Sunshine, songwriter and musician, Slow Burn, Small Seaside Town, Found Family, A Dash of Magic. And I'm like, yes. Yes. So I've read 4 chapters of this so far, and I'm intrigued so far. I can't say enjoying it because I don't think I'm far enough in to go I'm really enjoying this, but I'm intrigued. Let's talk about Phoebe Burnham's Gonna Lose It, this book. I'm only read 3 chapters today. I did finish the book I was reading yesterday, so I could start this today. I finished Story of My Life by Lucy Score. Very off topic, but I'll give you a quick thought on that. I really enjoyed the book. I'll talk about it more on my wrap up, which you'll see before this, because I am so far in advance of filming. It is insane. So I'll talk more about it in my wrap up, but I enjoyed the book. I just do think the ending was the ending was rushed. Like, the end of the love story was rushed. Like, everything else was great until you got to the ending of the book. So, yeah, anyway, so I started this today, and I'm really intrigued so far. It's about a girl called Phoebe who is 30, or coming 30, and she made a note when she was in high school saying by 30 the only thing she asks for is that she loses her virginity. And she has not lost her virginity. She struggles with dating, she has a fear of dating, etc. and all this lot, and yeah, it's very interesting and very intriguing to read. So far, I've only read 3 chapters, but I feel like it's going to be very relatable for me. I'm single, been single my whole life. I've had situationships, so I feel like I can relate to Phoebe, and I'm really enjoying just seeing where she goes. There's a line, and I wish I was annotating it. I kind of feel like I could start annotating. It's the same as I feel like call it what you want, but I feel like if I reread this book and that book, I'll annotate it then. I think I just want to enjoy reading it first time round. But there is a line, she says she's with their friend, 2 of her friends, and one of her friends is going through a breakup, and she's sad. And then so Phoebe goes, I hate him, and then this guy called Alex goes, let's stop talking about him, he doesn't deserve our energy. And she's like saying, oh, that makes sense, and this must be why the others aren't being as vocal about the hatred. I guess stewing in it won't help Meg move on any faster. Yeah, another downside to being single my whole life is that when it comes to this kind of stuff, I always feel like I end up saying the wrong thing, which I can very much relate to, because anytime my friends go through breakups, I never know what to say. I never really know. There's nothing against... I want to be there for my friends, obviously, but I don't know what to say and how to do. I just kind of feel like I am there as a leaning post, to listen to you, but I'm not someone who can really know what to say. I feel like anytime I say something, it's gonna be the wrong thing to say. Hello. Okay, I have an order to open, and I'm going to open it on camera, but if you've watched my doing book stuff video, you'll know what it's for. It's for my bookshelf. I don't know if you'll know what it's for, but you'll see when I open it, but I'm excited, because I'm doing a Shein order tomorrow, but I've basically got things in my basket that I might remove, depending if there's not enough space in my bookshelf for it, because I don't want to overcrowd it. However, I thought I'd talk to you about Phoebe Burnham's Gonna Lose It. I have got 12% left of this book. I read so much of my lunch breaks today because I just couldn't put it down. I'm hooked. You remember when I said yesterday I don't think it's a 5-star? I kind of lied to you guys. I think it is a 5-star. This book is just so good. I feel like I'm loving it. And what I said, I think I predicted, I'm so wrong. I was so wrong. I'm so excited to see what happens next, but I just feel like she's a very relatable character, and I just think for me, she's very relatable. I've been single my whole life. I've never had a relationship. Like, yes, I have lost my virginity, but I have never had an actual relationship, so I feel like I can relate to our female main character Phoebe here, because I feel like maybe not I get anxious, but I still go on dates, but I feel like I can't make anything. Yeah, anyway, we're not having a deep dive into my life and my love life here because that feels too deep for my liking. I am having a quick talk to how much I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the characters, like, relationships outside, like the friendships, like her and Jonathan's friendship. I was like, I love, and her other group of friends, I love. Like, literally what we just read nearly made me cry. The friendships are so pivotal and so poignant in this book. Like, they're so important, and I think it just reminds me in real life, and I didn't need reminding, but how important a friendship group is. Not just group, but mainly a friend or friendships are, because they think they are much more important than that love story that you're looking for, because these are the people who you're probably going to have for the rest of your life, rather than maybe, and hopefully the guy you fall in love with will be with that. But yeah, sorry. But I'm going to open this package, talk that out, and I'm probably going to sit here and binge the rest of the book, then get on with editing and stuff, and then start the next book this evening. I know what my next book's going to be, and I'm so excited, because it's time, and I will talk to you obviously about it when I get to it. But yeah, very much 5-star feels. So I feel like the first book for this video I predicted to be a 5-star is a 5-star. I'm very happy. Now let me open this package. Okay. This is from TikTok Shop. Oh, there should be 2 things in here. Okay, so I have this. Oh, let me see if I can open it. It's like books you've read this year. So I'm gonna set that up in a moment. Hopefully it won't take me too long, because it's to go on my bookshelf, basically. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit cute. And then I have this, which is like this, and then I put my Kindle in here. I will show you. Once I've set it all up, I'll quickly show you. So I'm going to set this up now, and then I'm going to sit and read the book, and then I'll get on with editing my video for Saturday, the last half of that. I feel really motivated and productive today, and I'm really just in a really good mood. I'm not looking forward to work tomorrow, but we will get through that. This might be better. I've done it now. I put the little counter thing at the back, and so it's currently at 61. However, I will be changing that by the end of today to 62. Might be 63, because I've only got an hour and something left of Sounds Like Love. So might be at 63, who knows, but we'll see. My Kindle is here, and it has got the book of the next book I'll be reading, so sneaky peek. And then the book's more at the back, and the Jellycat's here. I don't know if it looks overcrowded. I kind of like it, but I do think it is a lot. So I will not be ordering anything else to go on next. I think it will just overpower it. Hello, okay, we have an update. I finished. Phoebe Berman's gonna lose it. I love this book. I know I said at the beginning I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star. I think it was just at the time I was still getting into the crux of the story. Oh my god. This is a binge-worthy book. It is such an easy book to read. I think it can be very relatable. I think for those who, I don't know if it's going to be relatable to the people who are in relationships, happy relationships, and like have been in a relationship for a while, or have had a relationship in the past. Maybe if you're single and you haven't ever had a relationship, it can be relatable. I don't know, but I think it is a relatable book. I think I can relate in some ways, and I really, really enjoyed reading it. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this book. The ending was, it was insane. It was good. It was a very good ending to the book, and I really loved it. I just loved everything about it. It's a 5-star. I don't know if I can't remember if I wrote a note of it. No, I did not. I did not write a note. There was something I was meaning to say earlier and I've forgotten. So, clearly not that important. But like I said, really enjoyed this book. 5 stars. Loved it. I feel like I came home, spoke about that, showed you my stuff, did not tell you about anything to do with Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I have, let me check on my phone, an hour and 21 minutes left of the book. So I think I'm going to try, once I finish editing my video, listen to the rest of the audiobook while I do some other stuff on my computer, so I can finish it, so I can start a new audiobook tomorrow, or finish my Zodiac Academy audiobook tomorrow. I'm either going to listen to One Golden Summer, or I'm going to continue Zodiac Academy because I need to, or I'm going to continue Harry Potter. One of the three. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Sounds Like Love. I think it's interesting. It's definitely not a 5-star. I'm sorry, it's definitely not a 5-star. But it is a really enjoyable book, and I feel like I've read so much of it today compared to what I'd done the last couple of days. We've had so much of the story happen between our two main characters, Joni and Sebastian / Sasha, I guess. I think I just spoiled it. Anyway, we've had a lot of, obviously we're near the end of the book, so of course we've had character progression of them, and it's been really interesting to see, and to see them come from one end to another in this book. I won't lie, I feel like because I was working whilst listening to it, I've definitely zoned out at points and been distracted because of noise around me, so I haven't always heard everything that's happened, but I can understand what's happened enough to continue. So yeah, I think it's gonna be like a 4-star. I've enjoyed it. I think it's good, and it makes me want to continue reading Ashley Poston's books. So that's a good sign. I will talk to you guys later. When I actually start, I need to put you in charge anyway. And then when I actually start, Blue Devil Woman by Sloane Fletcher, which I'm really excited for. I loved Knight Rider. I'll quickly give you a premise. I read Knight Rider for 24-hour readathon and gave it 5 stars. Fell in love with absolutely everything. And this follows two characters that you saw in Knight Rider. And so you kind of know what their storyline is. And I'm really intrigued by it. And I know it's going to be very emotional. And I'm very intrigued. But I will update you when I start it. I actually finished Sounds Like Love, the audiobook I was listening to by Ashley Poston a couple of hours ago, but you were in charge when I finished it, so I just waited until you were fully charged. I'm giving it a 3.5 stars, so it's not a 5-star read at all. It was good and I really enjoyed it. I think it was a really cute romance book, and I do like Ashley Poston's writing, but there was something about 7 Year Slip that just didn't feel that kind of vibe in this book, and that's okay. I enjoyed what I did read though, and I'm happy I've listened to it. But yeah, we have 1 5-star, we have 1 non-5-star. I haven't got much of an update on this book yet. I haven't read much. I've read about 13%. It's not that I'm struggling to get into it, I just haven't had a chance to sit down and read this last couple of days. It's been hectic. Like yesterday, I was reading on the train journey to London, got a little bit tired, and so I put it away, and then I got stuck on train. Like it was a whole havoc, and then on the way back I was with my cousin, so I didn't get to read. No, anyway. I made a decision. I actually came to show you something because I walked into the works today. I had £10 cash that I wanted to use. Was hoping to find Face Off and like Slap Shot. I don't really care about Power Play, no offense, but that's like my least favourite one of that series so far. I need to continue that series, so that's coming. I've got a video coming up where I'm going to do that, so hopefully I'll read that. I'm hoping to read 3 books in that video, but we'll see. However, I found these books and I've read the first 2 and was like, I love these books. So I was like, and then the third one was in it. The only one that's not in there is the 4th book. So I will show you the ones I mean. I got them. It's The Compelling Fate Saga by Sophia St. Germain. So I've got A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly, A Promise So Bold and Broken, which are the 2 I've read. And I literally love these covers. And then A Bond So Fragile and Fierce and Fragile. This is the one I need to read next. So I will be reading it soon, hopefully. But yeah, I really am enjoying the series, and I'm trying to figure out where I can put it, because I was thinking I could put it with like my Kindred's Curse series, because they are the 2 fantasy series this year that got me like back into fantasy, and I was really enjoying. So I think, and I was gonna like put it with my Windy City series. I was like, no, because it doesn't match the vibe. Like if I'm gonna put something in there, it has to be romance. I have no space on my fantasy shelves. On this bookshelf, I just don't think it'll go with the aesthetic I'm going for. So I think it's going to go on my chest of drawers with the Kindred's Curse series. Obviously, this one will be going on my TBR cart because I haven't read it. But I'm so happy I've got the physical copies of these. But it just means that I have to get the next one. But yeah. I thought I'd quickly update you before I film a time lapse of me reading Blue Devil Woman. I was going to go on my computer before I go food shopping today to write some of my book. But I think I'm going to do that when I get home. And after the race, when I have my headphones on so I can just lock in. Because I know I'll get distracted when my headphones are not in. And then when I get home from food shopping, I've got the race to watch. So, yeah. But I'm not even that far into this book. I won't lie to you. I think I'm about 19%, 26%. Okay, I'm a bit high more than I'm on chapter 7. I'm 26% of the way. We haven't even hit page 100. I'm gonna sit here and read until I have to go food shopping, I think, because I really, really want to read it. And I'm actually enjoying what I've read so far. And I'm feeling for our main character, Sierra and Benji. I feel for Sierra for what she went through. I feel for Benji what he went through, but also what Sierra's putting him through. I feel like they're both really, really suffering from what happened, and it's so... I can't say at that point. Can I? Actually, I think it's on the blurb. Should I read the synopsis to you so that you can understand, like, what it's about? They were Hunt Ranch's greatest love story until fate tore them apart. Sierra Hunt never had any doubt that Benji Matthews was her person. As her brother's best friend, he should have been off limits, but Sierra knew he was the one as surely as she knew how to ride a horse. It didn't matter that he came from nothing to her. He was everything, and together they were Hunt Ranch's greatest love story, the rugged wrangler and the corporate cowgirl, until a devastating twist of fate shattered their lives entirely. Now they can hardly stand to be in the same room, but when Benji is left with no choice than to step up and take the reins at Hunt Ranch, avoiding each other becomes damn near impossible. Forced to work together, the two must confront everything they've lost. In doing so, they might just find their way back to each other and the love they thought had just disappeared forever. Can I speak? And it goes perfect for fans of truly heartfelt and emotional reads, second chance romances, complex characters healing each together, friends to lovers to strangers to lovers, false proximity, older brother's best friend, childhood friends to lovers. And I mean, I feel like I can't say what happened, but I feel like it would trigger some people going into it if they don't know. So I don't know. I didn't check at the beginning if there was trigger warnings. Let's check on my phone because it won't change it on there. I'll read you the trigger warnings so you can understand. It says trigger warning. Blue Devil Woman includes themes of infant loss and postpartum depression. If you are currently trying to conceive, are already pregnant, or have lived the tragedy of child loss, perhaps this is one for you to skip. Put yourself first and come back to Blue Devil Woman when you feel ready. And I think if you've read Knight Rider, you can get glimpses of this anyway, because it does get briefly mentioned in there. But obviously that's a very different story. That is Maverick and Nina's story. This is Sierra and Benji's story, and what I read there is pretty much what happened. I look a dishevelled mess. I feel like a dishevelled mess. It's quite a bit later since I last updated you. It's actually 7:25. I'm waiting to have my shower, which is why I'm reading and not doing the things I need to do on my computer, because it just makes more sense. I'm 48% of the way through Blue Devil Woman, and Benji is just everything. I think he's just, as I said, he is also grieving as much as Sierra is, but he is doing everything he can for her. I'm trying to prove to her that he is worth keeping around, but obviously she's going through so much that it's hard. So I'm really enjoying this book. 2 hours and 47 minutes left on the book, so I'm very excited to continue. I'm hoping I could potentially try and finish it tonight. I'm going to try and watch both Wicked films, and I can probably read this whilst watching that, because I've seen them so many times. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully finish this today. Who knows? But I'm absolutely loving it. It's feeling like 5 stars. Okay, it is the next day since I last spoke to you. My friend has gone back because it's just annoying me, and hair wash day is tomorrow, so hopefully I'll feel better about it tomorrow. Need a fringe trim, but anyway, that's off topic. I'm about to do a weekly vlog, so it's really hot. It's not as hot as it was yesterday or the day before, but it's still hot. However, I have an update for you. I didn't finish Blue Devil Woman last night when I wanted to. However, I woke up this morning. Well, I wasn't planning to finish it this morning, I won't lie to you. I woke up this morning going, I'm going to try and read as much as I can, so then on my lunch break I can then finish it, you know. I finished it before work this morning, and it was like, I usually will start getting ready at like 8 o'clock in the morning, going, okay, that's the time I start getting myself ready for the day, for work. And I got to the epilogue and I was like, okay, I have to finish the epilogue and then go, then start getting ready. So that's what I did, and I did. And I don't know my luck with Sloane Fletcher books. I don't know how many books she's got out. I don't know if her debut novels was Night Rider. I feel I have had luck with her first 2 books of the series, and I loved it. I loved Blue Devil Woman so much. I don't have the cover on my Kindle because I'm now reading another book, and I don't want to get it back up. But I absolutely adored Blue Devil Woman. I wanted to cry so many times in that book. It was such a beautiful story, and I just loved everything about it. And that epilogue, I feel like, was beautiful, and I just made me so happy for them. So yeah, if you couldn't guess, I gave the book a 5 stars. So the 2 physical, well, I guess the 2 books I read with my eyes. Sorry, what's that? Sorry, no. The 2 books I read like with my eyes and not listened to, I rated 5 stars, and then the audiobook I didn't. But I really, really enjoyed Blue Devil Woman. It's a 5 star. Night Rider was a 5 star. It was just such a good read. I really loved it, and I love my cowboy romances. It's to the point where I have now ordered the physical copies of these books to put on my cowboy shelf there. I'm really hoping it won't be too much, because it's going to go on top of the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I've only got the first 3 books of the Rebel Blue Ranch series, so I don't plan to rebuy Wild and Wrangled because I didn't love that book, but I really enjoyed the first 3. And I have the first 4 books of the Chestnut Spring series. I just don't like Hopeless, so I unhoarded that book because I was like, I don't want that one. I want to pretend that doesn't exist. So yeah, so I'm very excited to add them to my bookshelf. I feel like it might be a lot, but I don't mind. I don't care. I'm very excited. But I was going to, like I said yesterday, I might do another book for this video. I've decided I'm not going to do it, but I am going to do a weekly vlog, because I'm going to, once I finish either the book I'm currently reading now or the audiobook I'm listening to, which I'm probably going to finish that first and over the book, I will hit my reading goal for the year. And I kind of want to document that, because it is June. We have one more day of June left, and I could potentially finish the audiobook tomorrow, because I'm probably going to listen to it at work tomorrow. So yeah, I could. So I was like, I want to document that, so I'm going to do a weekly reading vlog, but it also means I can get some clips at Silverstone and then pop them in the vlog. So that is my plan. So it does mean that this video is over, but I do hope you enjoyed watching it. It feels nice to know that I've done a video in pretty much a week, when usually I do these kind of videos and they last about 2 weeks. So it was nice to know that I've done one and it's lasted. And I mean, the ones that do a week are ones like challenges, like how much I realistically read in a week, or reading 100 pages a day a week. this is different. Like, this is just a normal reading vlog, and usually I do it over 2 weeks. So I'm really happy that I managed to do it in a week. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another reading vlog. Bye!